The war of words between Kangana and Shiv Sena is getting uglier. Now, CRPF team has reached to provide security cover to Kangana Ranaut. Kangana has been given Y category security by the centre after a threat perception was assessed. CRPF, police, IB officials meeting at Kangana's Manali residence, and they are deciding on the strategy from here on. Remember, Kangana Ranaut wants to reach back to Mumbai on 9th of September, which is tomorrow, and Shiv Sena leaders have threatened her on that particular move as well. Siddhant, my colleague, is now joining us live right now. Siddhant, CRPF team has reached and is now holding a meeting to, strategize over what next, how should they go about as far as Kangana security is concerned.
Well, the fact here is that we saw that how sequence of events unfolded in last 2 weeks when there were allegations and counter allegations, attacks on each other, and it was Shiv Sena leader Pratap Sarnaik who made that remark. Then later Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Raut made a remark in an unparliamentary language. Right after that, Himachal government requested central government to provide security to Kangana Ranaut, and from that day, Y category security of CRPF men was given to Kangana Ranaut. And today you see, before Kangana lands, just 24 hours left before she lands in Mumbai, and the teams of CRPF has already reached her residence and her office, the Manikarnika studios. Now you see that before yesterday, the teams of BMC were at Kangana's office, and today also the teams went to her Khar office. They have found some alteration and some illegality in the construction of the office. Now Shiv Sena is in power in BMC. There's a clear allegation from Kangana's side that she is being targeted by BMC and Shiv Sena for raising the issue of Sushant's death, for speaking against the Aghadi government, and now she will be paying high price for it. At the same time, there have been several threats also from the Sena leader. So keeping all those things in mind, CRPF Jawans were sent for Kangana Ranaut, Y category security, and now the CRPF men will guard her residence and office. So it would really be interesting to see tomorrow when she lands in Mumbai what is going to be her plan of action, whether she is going to be quarantined as per the guidelines by the BMC, or whether she will be exempted. All those things are yet to be seen, but fact here is that this entire matter is escalating each and every day. Back to you.
Definitely, this Kangana versus Sena row is just escalating every single day, with more and more leaders of Shiv Sena and the allies of the Shiv Sena coming out and threatening Kangana Ranaut for her statement against Mumbai. Stay on with us, Siddhant. Let me go across to Priyank Tripathi as well. Priyank, we've seen a lot happening over the last 24 hours. Yesterday, we saw BMC raiding Kangana's office, and today a notice was put up outside Kangana's residence. So clearly, tomorrow we can expect some sort of drama when she reaches Mumbai.
Yes, certainly. At the same time, what we have got to know from a source is that not only Kangana, but her sister Rangoli and one of the manager of Kangana had also gone for a COVID test. So today, around later in the evening, all these 3 people will be able to get their COVID test report done, and technically that is valid till 48 hours. And since the Maharashtra state has a quarantine rule that anyone who's gonna stay here for more than 7 days, they have to follow self-quarantine or home quarantine. So that strategy would also be, there would be a proper strategy which we are expecting to come up from Kangana Ranaut, because the manner in which she and these 2 people had gone for the COVID test last evening, it's pretty clear that she knows that what is the rule which is being followed or which is being implemented here, after knowing the fact that BMC is certainly keeping a close watch on every movement of Kangana Ranaut, just the manner in which they were keeping an eye on Vinay Tiwari, but rest of the people were allowed to go. So specific targeting of individual by the BMC and the state government coming out and saying that we don't have anything to do with it, it's totally up to the municipal corporation to look into. It's certainly not going to work this time, because instead, learning from the mistake which Bihar police did, what we have got to know that Kangana Ranaut and 2 other people who would be coming along with her will have already gone for the COVID test report, and that could be valid for 48 hours.
Okay, stay on with us, Priyank. Let me go back to Siddhant as well. We have Mohit joining us on the broadcast as well. Let's take that question across to Mohit first. Mohit, now we know that BMC has served a notice under Section 354A of the Municipal Corporation Act. And what exactly does it contain? What are the charges?
If we were to talk about specifically about the nitty-gritties of the notice, it does specify that there were certain parts of the office which were made illegally. It seems that the BMC has found certain irregularities in the construction of the building as well. They say that there were certain parts of it which should not have been were constructed later on, as well as there were certain parts which were constructed without having them being altered in the building plan as well. So all of these allegations have been put forward from the BMC. Obviously, they've also asked Kangana Ranaut to reply within the shortest frame of time, that is within a day or two, so that they can further take this entire matter ahead. But definitely, the entire timing of this notice makes it questionable at that, because we've seen how Kangana Ranaut has been very vocal against the Mumbai leadership here, specifically the Aghadi government. She has been raising her voice. She has been asking questions. She even went on to say that she did not feel very safe. There were certain statements other than that also made by her. So obviously, the entire timing of this notice coming in from BMC is questionable. But we are yet to hear from Kangana Ranaut. We'll try and we would have to really wait and watch as to what does she reply and what does she really say. But definitely, the entire timing is questionable. BMC coming out very clearly, sticking those notices on the office of Kangana Ranaut, asking her to reply within one day.
Well, yes, we'll see how Kangana Ranaut will have to respond to this. Timing, you correctly mentioned, is quite significant as well, because all this is happening after we saw controversy brewing after Kangana compared Mumbai to Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, and then Shiv Sena, Sanjay Raut threatening her and asking her to apologize as well. But nothing of that sort really has happened. In fact, we've seen name-calling followed after that